Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday morning's Profit in Your PJs. It's bright and early here on the West Coast. Just got back from an amazing ski trip. One of the most beautiful things about doing this business is the ability really to work from anywhere. And actually, I have to admit it was a wonderful time in Deer Valley. It was a lot of skiing and spending some much needed time alone with my husband. And I love the fact that my business is going, even though I am not babysitting it every single day. My sponsor told me years ago, he said, wow, you're going to lead a team of thousands. He said to me, oh my gosh, you're going to have an international team and you'll make money while you sleep. And I never, ever thought that that was a possibility for my future. But I want all of you guys to really think about that, take that to heart, and visualize yourself in a future like that, because every single one of you, especially right now with the momentum we're having in the new business of Neora, the new era that we have going on here, that will happen for every single one of you. And I'm watching it happen for so many of you as we speak. And so welcome this morning. We have people on from all over the US, now multiple countries as well. So welcome wherever you're tuning in from. It is nice to be back in sunny Southern California, although it's a little foggy this morning. But it's really great to be home and really great to be seeing all of you guys this morning. I record this. We do it every single week, 30 minutes. We try to keep it really tight to respect everybody's time. So it's going to be chock full of announcements as usual. We are recording. This will go up on my YouTube channel. You want to make sure and go there and subscribe. So you just want to search under my name, Anna Camp, when you find me. Hit that red subscribe button, and then you'll get a notification in case you miss one of these trainings or one of these meetings we have on a Tuesday morning. So with that said, I want to jump right into a couple of quick announcements, just some reminders of some things that we have going on in the world of Neora. And one of the great things that we have going on here is this Welcome Back program. So this is such a heartfelt, caring and kind gesture on the part of the company. With the new era of Neora, we have the opportunity to go back and grab some of the people who maybe got lost along the way. Life happened, things got in their way. They weren't able to continue working their business for one reason or another. But man, have we got products that are extraordinary. We have a system that works. We have a business here that really changes lives. So run, or not run, but get back with anybody that you know that was in the business prior. Give them the opportunity to come back with one of these welcome backpacks. The deadline on this screen says February 18th. It was extended till the end of the month, so we have until the end of Thursday, the 28th, to get people back in the game of what we're doing here. Let's reach out to as many people as we can. I know I have talked to several people and gotten a few people back into the business of Neora. So we are roughly 60 days, less than 60 days away now. We are on a run into Nashville. Guys, this is the biggest event of the year, the most important thing that you could do for your life in the year 2019, and the most important thing that anyone on your team or anyone you know can do as well, because this is a time when we're all going to come together. We're going to hear the science. We're going to have announcements. I was on a Zoom just Friday while I was away. Just before we went out skiing, I was on a Zoom with the top leaders in the company. There is a training coming that the company has never done before on a professional level. And I am here to tell you, you are going to want to be part of this training. They were asking us as top leaders to be involved in some questions that were important, but they're bringing in a top professional to train the entire field on this segment, which I can't really share yet, but I want you guys just to know, oh my gosh, it is one that you're not going to want to miss. So I will tell you personally that if you come to Get Real, I will personally refund your ticket if it isn't every single thing that you wanted it to be. I am going to give you a little bit of a preview and tell you that we are going to be announcing a promotion for the team for the month of March to help you get to Get Real. And so I just want you guys to know that it is going to be a time that you do not want to miss. Every single one of us who have been to a Get Real, we sit there in the audience and we can kick ourselves for not having more people on our team there. So you definitely want to get real. We are in the middle of a 2-for-2 promotion. This goes through the end of the month. Here's how it works quickly. Most of you already know this because you guys are leaders. You're on here because you are extraordinary entrepreneurs. You are leading your own business and you are on the forefront of all this information. But quickly, 2 brand partners and 2 preferred customers. This is how it looks. The 2 brand partners, you would earn $100 each in commission. That would give you, that's the regular commission, that would give you a total of about $200 there. If you bring in 2 preferred customers in the month of February, it's approximately $20 a piece, could be more than that in commissions, for a total of about $40. 2-for-2 bonus on top of that, another $200, making that a whopping $440. That is almost all the way back to that starter pack. If somebody came in with the starter pack at $500, you're almost there, guys. And this is such an easy promotion to obtain. The key to all of this and every single thing that we do is making sure that you're doing 2 a day, because the 2 a day is what's filling your funnel. And you never know, I always say this, you never know when the company's going to come up with an amazing promotion. But if you're not really keeping on top of talking to people, working with people, taking people through the system, piquing interest, getting them some information, getting in front of them, sending them a video, following up on the information, taking them to an event, and taking them through the process of what we do. When the company announces this promotion, you don't have anyone to go to close and to take advantage of some of these promotions. So I wanted to give a quick moment of training on that, because that is so wildly important. Sometimes we get ahead of ourselves. We think about we've got to do all these things and we get overwhelmed by what we have to do. And it is so simple. Boil it down to 2 a day, at least 5 days a week, taking 2 people from not knowing to knowing. You can start this process with a simple text. So that has a whopping, as I said, $440 bonus. Couple quick announcements that I want you guys to know. One of them is Jennifer Givens is one of the best presenters, in my opinion. She is doing a Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time overview webinar. I noticed a lot of you are getting your prospects on the Team Nerium page because, as you know, it is a simultaneous live webinar. So you can either get them on through Team Nerium, or you can get them on just by sending them to neoralaunch.com. So that is on Wednesday evening and Central Standard Time, and then of course in your time zone. And then we also have, oops, we're missing a slide here. One second. We also have Puya that's doing one too. Let me see if I have the slide for that. Oh no, I'm sorry, not Puya, Damon Rourke. Let me go back, share my screen really quickly. Here we go. There we go. I don't want to miss this because it's a really good one. But here it is, Damon Rourke. And so he's Wednesday, and he'll be at noon Central Standard Time. So 2 opportunities tomorrow. You've got Damon Rourke at noon, and you've got Jennifer Givens at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So this is a great way to get people to see the information so that you don't have to share it yourself. Couple quick promotions there that I wanted to talk about, but I do want to bring on somebody that is just an amazing leader. I always say this, I would never have known her if it weren't for Neora. I have met so many extraordinary people. This is a woman that I just adore. She's a mom. She's a wonderful wife. She works her business around her busy life. She is a national marketing director with us here, but Trisha Caputo has an amazing story, and I really want her to share it with you. It's really about how the vision and what you think about, what you dream about, what you want, you can really create in your mind, and you can do it with the vehicle of Neora. So Trisha, I know you're on here. I saw you earlier. Can you unmute? We're going to put you in speaker view here so we can see your beautiful face and hear you. Are you there?
I'm here. Thank you.
Yay! Good morning.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on this morning. And yes, I mean, I really, I'm excited to share my story because I feel that we hear the importance of, dreaming big and doing dream boards. But sometimes you have a situation where it just kind of, just blows up and you're like, oh my gosh, if I just really focused every aspect of my business and my life the way I did this particular situation, just think of what I could have. So I wanted to share a little story about, I guess it started about 2.5 years ago. And, I've been with Miriam/Neora for 6.5 years. And prior to that, I had heard about dream boards, and I had, really heard about visualization. And I did use visualization in certain aspects of my life prior to it, but I never really did a vision board. And so when I got started and heard about the vision board, we did it, with our teams. And then every January we'd get together and we'd do a dream board and everything. And I started including my family in that process. And about 2.5 years ago, one of the things that my husband and I had put on the previous dream board was a camper. And so lo and behold, it came time for us to really start thinking about it seriously. And my son was playing travel baseball at the time and came to us and said, I'm kind of burnt out, I'm done. And we looked at each other and we were like, all right, if we're not going to be traveling with baseball anymore, we can buy our camper and travel and have the time to do it. So we did do that. And a few months after we bought our first camper, my husband decided to take me to an RV show, which is like, campers on steroids, the big, huge RVs and these luxury vehicles. And so I went in and out of every single one. And I went into this particular camper and I walked in and I was like, I just felt like it was home to me. I felt it. I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. It had a bunkhouse for my kids. It had an island in the kitchen. It had all this storage. And even though I was very grateful for my little one, I knew that, I needed to dream big, right? And this is 2.5 years ago. So I put it on my dream board that year, I guess it was within that couple of months or whatever. And I put that on my dream board. And that specific one, I also took it and I looked it up and I found it was like a virtual tour of it. And I added it to my phone. So I added it on my screen, I added the virtual tour to it and I would look at it all the time. So, I'd click on it and I would look at it and I'd go through, how it felt when I was in it and what my family was doing. And we were playing games and I would actually just sit there and think about how I felt in this camper. So, a couple of years go by and my husband and I were talking and he's like, I think we've been able to save some money and I think we're ready, to buy that new camper. And so we go to an RV show just this past, I guess it was the end of January, a few weeks ago. And we go to the camping show again, we go to the RV show and he said, if we find something that's a really good deal, we need to move on it. So I hear that and I'm like, oh yeah, baby, we're buying. We're buying. So I'm looking all over and they have every manufacturer and they have the manufacturer of my camper that's on my phone, right? And, but they don't have that model. And I was like, that is so weird. Like, out of all these models, that's the nicest one you have and you don't bring it to the show. So it kind of baffled me at the time and we left and we looked at others and we found another one that we really liked. Wasn't that one. And my husband said, you know what, we really need to consider another one because here's our budget. And the one that you really like, I like it too, but it's not in your budget. Let's be realistic. So let's realistically look at what we can budget for. We've got kids going off to college. We got to, narrow this down. So I said, okay, all right, I'm going to be reasonable. And maybe it just wasn't meant to be. Right. And we find another one. We're about to talk to the guy to order it. And he says, well, this one's sold, but you can come, to our showroom tomorrow and you can order it and, think about it and you can order it tomorrow. He wasn't pushy at all. I think if he was, we may have bought that one, but he wasn't pushy at all. We leave and the next day we're on our way to go order that one. And I said to my husband, I said, you know what? I just have to do one more search. I searched all over the state of Georgia. Nothing was there. 2 days before I had searched, nothing was there. So that morning I did a search and found a 2018 of the camper that I wanted in Tennessee on the Tennessee-Georgia border, but it was coming up as Tennessee. And so we got in the car that day. We went up to go take a look at it, and lo and behold, it was a woman who bought it last May. She went through divorce. She put it there on consignment, and it was for sale, right? And it was still higher than my budget, but we're getting a little closer at this point. So we negotiate. We put in an offer. I go up there. I absolutely love it. It's in perfect condition, brand new. We put in an offer, and she counter offers, and we're not at that number. And I look at my husband like, come on, jack it up. And he's like, we can't. Like, this is my number. This is it. And I was like, all right, I leave there. I'm so just, disappointed, but I understood. And I was like, all right, well, it wasn't meant to be, right? Get home the next morning, again, getting ready to go to the other place to order the camper. And I get a phone call from the RV place saying, Mrs. Caputo, this is Rusty at Dunlap RV. And I just saw your face and how, crushed you were when you didn't get that camper. I could tell like you really needed that camper. And he said, I just want you to know we're going to back out of the deal so that way you can work directly with the owner. She will get her price. You will get your price. You guys will come together. We'll back out of it and you can make the deal. And I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I had no idea that they would ever even consider doing that. And all I kept saying, my husband's like, how did you do that? I go, I don't know. In my heart of hearts, I looked at the camper on my dream board. I saw it, on my phone all the time. And I never really put too much thought into the fact, like, how is it going to happen? I just knew it was going to happen. I just felt like it was going to happen. And I just let it all go. And it made me realize, number one, how powerful we are, right? How powerful our thoughts are, but to do this in so many different aspects of our business and in our lives. And I looked back at my dream board just, a couple of days ago, and I went, okay, now this makes sense. The reason a couple of these other things didn't come to fruition was because my mind didn't truly believe that I could get there. Like, for instance, I have on there the Grand Canyon, but in my mind, I couldn't get to the Grand Canyon until I got the camper, so like a lot of the other things that I have on there that I would want to accomplish as a family and for my business, I look at it and go, okay, I wasn't really truly believing that was going to happen, but for whatever reason, I truly believed that this was going to happen. And it wasn't at the show, it wasn't here, it wasn't there, but it all came together in the end because I had that desire and I had that belief. And now I feel more strongly than ever that every single person needs to do a dream board, number one. Make it simple as possible. All I do is Google images. I don't even sit and make a big poster board. I just Google images, do a pic collage, and then, put it all together and print it out, just make it simple. You can do it in a half an hour and incorporate your family's goals and what they want to. But what I really love is that I put it on my door that we most use, which happens to be my kitchen to garage door where everybody's in and out all the time. And so we all see it as a family, and we all have, those images in our subconscious that we're looking at and thinking about. And now I'm helping my kids do that. My son, we're doing college tours, and he's like, I don't know how I'm going to get into this college. And I said, oh, you will if you believe it. So now he has a dream board with the college, and I told him to find a virtual tour and put it on his phone. And so whatever it is that you want to achieve, or, if there's someplace you want to go as a family or things that you want to do, don't worry about how the money is going to come or how the situation is going to, transpire. Just put it out there and think about it and dream about it, and, just feel the feeling of being in that moment and in that situation. And it's powerful.
That is so awesome. Oh my gosh, I have such goosebumps. And I had the happiest tears when I first heard your story, Trisha, because I know personally I've had a dream board for years. And the whole key to it is what you're talking about, which is the emotion behind seeing yourself in the RV, feeling your family going to the Grand Canyon, and just really being there in faith that it's going to happen. And you don't know how it's going to happen, because here you were thinking you were going to make it happen at the RV show, but it isn't about making it happen. Instead of chasing down what you want, it's a crazy thing of actually pulling it toward you. And you don't know where it's going to come from, but it happens, and it happens over and over again. The evidence of it has been in my life. I see it in your life, and so many of us. So thank you for the story. I love it. I love these stories so much, because they help us realize that it can happen for all of us too. I want to move on quickly, just in the time that we have. I want to talk about closing the month. I want to talk about how we can utilize the reports in the back office to do that. So we know right now that we have obviously a 2-for-2 promotion. How many people in your back office have one brand partner, right? The low-lying fruit are some of these drivers that we have to really drive the business. I'm going to share my screen again. I'm going to take you in a back office. I want to show you some of these reports so that you can see as I take you through some of these things that are really important to your business. So let me move some things out of my way so I can see. So this is your landing page when you first log on. This is what it looks like. Obviously the hot topics are right there at the top. They're scrolling by. If you didn't know, you can actually click the arrow and make these scroll by even further. If you're not sure about some of these promotions, you can click on them. It'll take you right to learning more, the frequently asked questions. Everybody should be on top of what I call the billboard. That is your billboard. This will also show you some things like, what's happening new in the world of Neora, your training center to the edge. Incidentally, you're gonna hear today on the corporate update call. Don't miss it, because there's a lot more than what I'm going to tell you now. But I'm going to pull the curtain back a little bit. I'm going to tell you that the company is giving us another amazing thing for our business. Every single person that is on the edge in your back office, on your team, will be getting QV for this. So qualifying volume will be added to your volume, and you're going to see a little bump in your volume in the next day or two before the end of the month. It will be retroactive, and you'll have 20 points per person that is subscribed to the Edge. I'm also going to show you something else as we're talking here that's important for you to know about the Edge that I just figured out. I actually hadn't seen this until last night when I was considering training on this. But here you can see in this particular back office, you can see if you're 3 or free qualified, this gal, she's got 590 of the 210 points she needs. So if you didn't have what you needed here, you might see just only 2 of these lit waiting for you to go and accomplish that third preferred customer. And also this little award on the side shows you every time that you are qualified for that particular square. This one on my orders, this is the only screen you can see this on, but I love it. It shows the last order for her ADO was on February 13th. The next one is March 13th. Order received here. The order was assembled and the order was shipped. So if you see here and you click on the shipped, this will take you right exactly to the shipping manifest. You can see, I can see that this was delivered here to her front porch. I can see that this was done, but if it wasn't, you would have the tracking number here, which you do, and you could go ahead and track the shipment. So if you're wondering where your order is, you can track it yourself by looking there. Rank advancement is also here on this homepage. And what is really kind of cool about this, let me see what else I need to show you down here. Commissions earned, you can see your last month's commission to earn. This is the only screen where you can see it, by the way. And when you click on my commissions here, it will give you a breakdown of what your commissions look like. I actually learned the compensation plan by doing the work, creating the checks, and then going back and checking the checks to actually see where the money was coming from. It's a much more effective way than trying to figure it all out first, because there's no way of quantifying it. We're paid so many different ways that this is, I think, the best way to learn one of the best ways to learn the compensation plan, of course. So you have a breakdown here on the rank advancement. This shows in this particular case, She is not qualified yet for team director because you see right here an X. So if I go back one arrow, we can see that she's actually qualified right now as a director. We can see what she's done here. Of the 3,500, she's over the value that she needs for the whole team. And to see what she needs for the next rank, you go to the next one. So as soon as you see a gray X, you know that you've got some work to do, and you can see where the work is right here. So this kind of gives you a breakdown of the ADOs, how many ADOs there are on your team. So guys, really this is important to track this particular thing, because if you have a total of 8 brand partners in February that are auto delivering, right, and your PCs in this case are 23, you can see here's the average of the spend of what everybody's spending. We didn't have this report before. This one is powerful because you're looking to get these numbers up every single month. So February will be your baseline, right? So next month, we're going to help her get more brand partners who have an ADO. So here we've got, 8. Let's try to get this up to 10. Let's try to get this 23 for PCs. Let's get this up to 30. Right? How can we do that? So these are some quick things that you can take a look at. The next thing you're going to want to do is, this is a page that you can quickly glance at, but on your leader dashboard under track, leader dashboard, now you can see a great overview. So we can see who's on her team. I can go to anybody on her team and take a look at them and see their overview. We're on the overview screen. You see it's lit here. And again, the rank advancement screen is here. Here's something I want to show you about this rank advancement screen that's really important. So if I click on this, did you see I clicked on the leg requirements, right? I clicked on this. Right here, we see that she is not subscribed to the Edge. But if this is powerful, guys, this is a reason why everybody should be subscribed to the Edge. Not only for the videos and all the other things that we have that are super important that we can use the Edge for in terms of marketing our business to people, but the leg right here, it says here, you want to help find team members to help you rank up, sign up for the Edge and get the insides track on your business with smart targets. These smart targets are powerful. Now, I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but if you've on your computer, look closely behind this leg requirement verbiage that you see here. Behind there, you see some smart targets. It's grayed out, but you can see what she could see if she had the Edge. So it tells you here at the top, she's got 3 brand partner legs. It tells us who they are. And then the smart targets. Who does she want to work with to get the volume up to where she needs to be to hit the next rank? So guys, one of the most important ranks right now, team director, that's 6,000 in volume. That is a very important target for yourself to get there, because then once you get there, you're going to be able to help other people get there too. And there's some great incentives, and there's some check matching that you get on those people. So behind, if she was subscribed to the Edge, we could see here the smart targets. We could see that, and we would be able to see, help her and know, she would be able to know who to work with. Okay, so moving on, that's a very important one, and we are getting volume for the Edge now. So there's a couple reasons why people need to be on the Edge. So down here you can see, what level you're qualified for the team PC bonus, right? Level of 1, she's not qualified yet because you can see the X here, and you can see what she's going to need to do that. So again, you have more numbers here that you can take a look at. Your volume, you can see what's happening. Her personally qualified volume, her auto delivery volume is here. You can actually look at anybody on the team and see these numbers, and you can see where they are, and you can really help them to look. So these are super important reports that are really going to help you. I can also see down here that her personal sales commissions, has $666 in personal sales, which puts her in this 5% bonus. So as you go through your team and you click on people, anybody that's close to that 1,500, a couple more sales can really leverage them into that next 10% range. As you click through them, look at their personal sales commissions, and you can take somebody into that 10% and even into that 15%. These are nice bonuses that people that they're going to be able to get. And then in addition to that, you're going to also be able to see up here, she's only got 7 of the 9 PCs, right? Those 9 PCs are going to earn her $150. So you see here, she's already past the 6, so she'll earn the $50 of the 150 that she could earn, which means there you go, it's right there. That's what she needs. And so you're able to really go in here and help your team get to these personal PC bonuses and the team PC bonuses, which are really important to look through the team, and you can see who's close to the level 1, who's close to the level 2, and how you can get them there. So something that's very effective that I want to talk about is our compensation plan videos that are in the Edge. Another reason to have the Edge, because you can walk through these 19 videos. They're like 3 to 5 minutes, and you can really get the information that you need to be able to really help the people on your team, to be able to know yourself what you need. They're super comprehensive. Whenever somebody says, oh my gosh, I really need help with the comp plan, I always say, okay, first of all, go out and work on earning the money so that you can go back and see how you earned it. Because there's many levels of the comp plan you don't even need to know yet because you're not there. What you need to know is, what do I need right now to get myself to the next level? That's really all that you need to know. But know that those 19 videos are a reference at some point. You don't necessarily need them now, because by doing the work, that's where we're going to get. So I think the hot things on for right now is, number 1, don't forget to get on the corporate update call this afternoon. There are going to be some amazing announcements. Here's another one, guys. If you have anyone close to the becoming a founder, right? If they're close to getting their 3rd brand partner and becoming a founder, then this is a time to really help them, because a little birdie announced yesterday on the NMD call that there will be a promotion next month for founders. So we're really excited about that, number 1. Number 2, the low-lying fruit. So who on your team is not 3-year free qualified? There's a report for that, right? Under the reports, you've got the overview that I just showed you. Let me share my screen one more time really quickly, because I want to just quickly show you this. So right here, you have your report center. So right down here, you can see the ADO report. Who doesn't have an ADO? You can take a look at your new starts report. Are there any new starts on your team? Are you telling the person or reminding the person who just brought a new brand partner in to get the game plan going, to get going, to really help them? You can see here your PPC and your TPC report. These are the preferred customer reports that you have, and also what your team is doing and how you can help them. And then you can also look at some of these other breakdowns as well. But each of these reports, just pop in there and see what you need to do. Now, if you don't have your 3 customers, this is a place where you've got to focus yourself. You've got to get your 3 preferred customers. You've got to get up to 9 customers. This is the number 1 foundation and the pivotal point for our business. This is going to create the stability in your organization going into each and every month. You're going to have already a clump of business that will happen automatically every month for people that are having their auto deliveries go every single month. So your first, yourself, 3-year free, get up to 6, get up to 9. That's highly important. If you can do that, you can help a lot of other people do that. It's the foundation for all of our business. Number 2, you want to get your 3 brand partners. Do you have your 3 brand partners? And are you working toward becoming a founder? We've got plenty of time, guys. We've got roughly 3 days today, tomorrow, Thursday. Massive mountains are moved in 3 days in this business. I watch it every single month. The volume goes crazy right now. Why? Because this is the time to really get these hurdles. Okay. Number two, okay, that was number one, get yourself 3 or free qualified and get yourself to 9 customers, right? So you can get that $150 bonus every single month. But now we want to help your brand partners do that, because this is the key to picking up the $500 bonus, the $1,000 bonus, the $2,000 bonus. And I'm watching, I've got a ton of people that are so close to these bonuses. We want to really help anybody who's close to rank advancing, right? So the one thing that I did print out from the compensation plan were the rank requirements. So you can see that I laminated these, and I also wrote some notes to myself with erasable markers, right? Whiteboard markers that I could erase and change as I began to learn some of these things. Where some of the bonuses are, some of the things I needed to know, because as I'm working with my team, I need to see, right? I need to be thinking about it and focusing on the rank. So that's a lot on one quick overview, but I want to help you guys who's close to 2 for 2. If you've got 1, you can get another one. You guys, there's $200 there, right? 2 more customers this month. Those 2 customers could get you into the 9 customer zone, which is another $150. You guys, there are bonuses on top of bonuses that we can run for here that we can really get. So anybody that needs help, reach out, reach up. We are all here for you. There are some extraordinary leaders in my business. I'm so incredibly grateful for the people who really help and have learned how to run their teams and have learned how to step into that leadership. So I want to thank all of you guys for being on this morning. I want to let us off here because we've got a lot of work to do in the next 72 hours. Make it a great day. Focus in. How you end this month is how you begin next month. Get yourself registered. Get your team registered. Get your goals done for this month. Power through the end of this month, because a couple of brand new partners this month, we're going to help them get 3-year free qualified. We're going to help them get fast start qualified next month, and it's going to explode your business month after month. And so you guys, how you end is how you begin. I cannot wait to watch you guys ranking up. I'm seeing it all over my back office. These are super exciting times. Go out, make it a great day. Never look back and think, man, I wasted time. We have one precious life. So make it count, guys. I'm here to help if anyone needs anything. So until next week, so long, show up, and in all you do, be fabulous. So long, everybody.
Thanks, Anna.
Thank
Thank you, Anna.
Have a
Have
great
a
day,
blessed
everybody.
Again,
weekend.
Trisha, that was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.